Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Bat Châtillon 155-55. It's the Tier 9 French SPG. This one's located on the northeast corner of Glacier, and it's under the command of Angelina75 of OLIMP. And she's got the improved rammer and the improved gun lane drive and the movement device, or the improved movement device. Game on! 155mm howitzer. It's capable of doing 680 alpha, 48mm of pen, and 7.6 meters on the burst radius, between 12.5 and 27 seconds of stun. She's turned the turret towards the enemy, and she's ready to go. Well, nobody appeared, but the enemy appeared to be in the background. Oh, we do have somebody. A T-54E1. Angelina's been away for a week or so. And, of course, as you most know, I have actually been away as well. Well, not away as such. Trying to deal with my problems. Still don't have a diagnosis, and now it's getting worse. In fact, it's getting to the point where I can only move about 50 paces before I have to stop and catch my breath back again. Rounds out the E3. Direct hit. As you can see, Angelina's got the achievement awards. She's got a first class on the ace tanker. Well capable of getting another ace tanker. Oh, she's found another target. Over here's an E3. Did she get a shot? Well, we lose sight of him, but it looked like he was going in a straight line. But instead, Angelina's going for the lion. Rounds out. It lands a little short, but he does get stunned. Of course, this is one of two Artys that were designed based on the same principle of a single chassis with a turret that could turn all the way around. One was designed in 1955, this one, and also one in 1958. And that was a direct hit. Now, the one in 1958 was an autoloader. They decided to add that because they thought that would make it easier. Unfortunately, it never got built. It just wasn't accepted. She's decided to change position and, well, drove forward, but then changed her mind, came back again. At least she avoided the counter battery because she's moved position. Well, there's the lion, the one that she fired at last time for a direct hit. And she's got another direct hit with that shot. And 336. The standard reload is 28.76 seconds. Angelina's got 23.68. And she's got another direct hit for 289. He's not making it easy to get shots on him. Goes for the gap there. Yep. Unfortunately, the ridgeline took that shell. That's the problem about driving this one, is that if you don't lock off the turret in the direction you're shooting, then the moment you actually drive forward to get to a new firing position, the turret turns forward, and so you have to start all over again. But it does turn fairly quickly. Caro 45 ton. Rounds out. Oh, that was a good shot. Right on target. 275 hit points. She picked the exact right moment to aim at that guy as he was pulling back. Aiming for the gap. We can't see the guy now. Oh, this is interesting. Not sure we can get the shell on the 780, but we can certainly hit the E3 as she comes forward. And that's another direct hit. Of course, if you can't pick the target you were going after the last time, it can sometimes be worthwhile hitting another tank. And it looks like that T110E3 took a fair bit of damage, and he actually went down to the Leopard 1 there in the end. Oh, lovely direct hit on the Lion. And that's her first kill. We're 5 up on the enemy at the moment. So it's turning out to be quite a good game. It's gone down to 3 over the enemy. There's only one Arty on the enemy team. It's the 212A. That's the Soviet Tier 9. It's a Tier 10 game with Tier 9 tanks in it. She saw that tree go down, or seen the tree there that's down. That might be an indicator of where the 212A is, but it's probably best not to take a risk and hold on to the shells and keep pummeling those enemy tanks before you actually go after the enemy Arties. Unless, of course, you spot the enemy Arty. And our guys are getting close to the enemy cap area. Oh! Well, she got a piece of the DZT, but because he went in there at the wrong angle, he flipped himself over. And he's now getting absolutely hammered. And Angelina's picked up a lot of assists there out of that one. Or did she? It's only showing 10 hit points of actual damage. Doesn't show any stun assist, which is unusual. Now, the FB4005 has been spotted there. He's probably behind that rock. In fact, there he is. And it's Bat Châtillon time with him. Only 4 left on the enemy team. It looks like they're using that ridgeline there to shoot back at our tanks. Good shot, direct hit, 243. Of course, as you know, that tank is basically a Centurion hull with a very weak turret, but a very big gun. And the enemy Arty's just been spotted. There he is. Now, can we get the kill on this one? Rounds out. Well, it's a direct hit right on target. And the kill goes to the DBV152 instead. We didn't manage to get the full amount. We only got 313 from the actual hit. But we got 147 from the stun assist, so at least it paid off. And Angelina's now looking to take out the FB4005. Fires the shell in. To get some splash, and he's a one-shot. Only 54 hit points left. And he's out. And that means there's only one enemy remaining, the Bat Châtillon 25 ton. Now, as far as we can work out, he's at the back of the cap area. But Angelina's taking the usual precautions to place herself somewhere where the enemy can't profit if he makes it all the way around to our cap. She's relocating on the map to get to a safe area. And that's a good idea in this battle. There's more than enough of our teammates to take care of that Bat Chât. And he pops up and he's wiped out. So that's the end of the game. And it's a victory. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the first class tanker for Angelina75 of OLIMP in the Bat Châtillon 155-55. She managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, she got 6. And she got a Confederate as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on her team. Her win rate from that one, 2,645, which is Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. Well, she didn't get the highest damage in the game because that went to a T57 heavy on our team. We managed to get a high caliber and tank sniper for 6,690. Second place was the Object 780 on the enemy team with 6,484. And the third highest damage, well, that actually goes to the E100, who managed 3,030 hit points of damage. Angelina managed 2,372, and she was beaten by 2 members of the enemy team and 4 members of her own team, which puts her in 7th place overall on damage. When it came to kills, though, you can see a lot of players got 2 kills apiece. Angelina got 1, which places her in joint 2nd position. And when it came to base XP, yep, she's in 4th place because the top score was the T57 heavy with the high caliber. 1,002 went to the Type 68. 999 went to the Leopard 1. And there's Angelina with 988. She fired 15 rounds, got 9 direct hits, but none of them penetrated. She did get 13 splash, though, and 2,372 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 1, and got 2,152 hit points of stun assist off 12 stuns. On a free-to-play account, Angelina made 12,255 credits profit, and she also got 30 bonds for mission achievement and 1,976 experience points out of that one as well. So very good score for Angelina to get a first class just like that. Well, I don't think it was her first game of the evening, but it was probably her best one, and it is a good one. So let's have a look and see how talon1958 managed to get on to see if he beats Angelina in the contest or not. And Talon's game is in the M53, M55, the Tier 9 American SPG. He's on the defending spawn of Steppes Assault. And he's getting ready to defeat the enemy with his 8-inch howitzer. He's got the improved rammer, improved vents, and improved gun lane drive. Game on! Well, you can see the rest of the team are dispersing fairly quickly. Lots of them heading north. Looks like they're going to try and cut the enemy off as they cut across the top of the map. Talon doesn't know where the enemy's going to come from, but I'm sure he will handle them when he knows where they're coming from. Yes, and in fact, actually, he's aiming north of the railway line now. I think it's a safe bet that he will get some targets to look at. Okay. Now the standard reload for this Arty is 40.27 seconds per shot goes in. And Talon's got a reload time, if I can see the figures, 32.09. There you go, showing on the rescue. Almost reloaded. Loads of targets for him to fire at now. I fancy he thinks that Type 63 looks like the easy one. Rounds out. Direct hit. Oh, he was right about that. 401 hit points from that one shot alone. If you keep pumping those shots in like that, it makes it so much more fun. I just like to keep my tube hot and pumping those rounds at the enemy so they can really feel my presence. Whoa, the Ferdinand goes up pretty fast. Rounds out. Another direct hit. 360 this time. I think our team decided to leave the back door open, which is not a smart move, actually. Of course, we don't know how many tanks have actually gone round the other route. So far, we've only seen one, the 56 TP. They do have an Arty, an M53, M55. We don't know where he is either at the moment. There's an IS-3 and he makes a lovely target. Rounds out. Direct hit. Oh, it wasn't a direct hit. It landed in front of him. I felt sure that was a hit. Okay, Type 63 tried to use the railway line, or the embankment rather, as a ridge line. Almost loaded. Oh no, he went behind those wrecks to cover himself. There's the IS-3 again. Just letting it settle. Rounds out. Direct hit right on the turret this time. There he is. And you can see the mark where it landed, right on the side of the turret. If you haven't seen an IS-3 up close and personal, I saw one at Tank Fest in 2018. And yes, it's a solid piece of metal. Direct hit again. That's earned him a bruiser medal. We're 4 up on the enemy, and it looks like their only assault that was coming along the east side has actually failed. Our Type 59G, the gold version, is now on the way up the east side, or at least he's about to go up there. Pair of Conquerors working together. He's loaded. Direct hit. Oh, he's piling in those direct hits. Well, it looks like he stunned both of the Conquerors with one shot there. And one of them's gone. And there's the M57. Oh, enemy Arty suddenly appeared. You can't miss that opportunity. We're almost loaded. Rounds out. Oh, that's a hit. In fact, that's a kill. And that's Talon's first kill of the game. Well, there's only 4 enemies remaining now, so I think this is turning out to be a walkover, almost. 6 up on the enemy. All they've got left is a Scharfgewehr 4, a Waffenträger auf Panzer 4, the IS-3, and the Rheinmetallborsig Waffenträger. And we're now looking at the Waffenträger auf Panzer 4. We fired behind him, anticipating the guy would keep moving back, and he didn't. Even so, he still managed to get some stun, and he's getting stun assist. And it all counts towards the total. Well, the Waffenträger managed to get a kill in just before the end with the Tiger 2, but he's out the game now. And we're looking for the Borsig or the Scharfgewehr. There's the Schar. Rounds out. Well, it's a hit. And there's the kill. Only one left is the Borsig, and he's hiding from us. Mind you, look at the load time. We've got a little while to wait before we're ready. But our teammates might not wait. They want the kill as well. And there he is. Well, we're going to be loaded momentarily. Rounds out. We stun him. And there's the kill, which ends the game, and it's a victory. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was a second class tanker for talon1958 of OLIMP in the M53 M55. He got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he managed to get 14. And he also got a Confederate, just like Angelina, hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. His win rate from that battle, 2,917, which is on the border of being super unicum. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, the maximum amount of damage was the Charioteer, who managed, not the Charioteer, sorry, it was a Wizzy 111 GFT, 3,584 hit points went to that guy. Charioteer managed 3,482, and the third highest damage was the Waffenträger Panzer IV on the enemy team with 3,145. We can see Talon picked up 2,698 hit points, and he was beaten by only 2 members of his own team and 2 members of the enemy team, 3 members of his own team, which places him in 6th place overall. When it came to kills, though, we can see top scorer was 3 kills by the Wizzy 111 GFT and the T28 prototype. There were 3 players with 2 kills on his own team, 3 players with 2 kills on the enemy team, and so he's actually in 3rd place with just the 1 kill. But when it came to base XP, he's in 4th place because top scorer is the Charioteer 1,216, followed by the Type 63 1,013, and then the Wizzy 111 GFT with 965 and Talon with 897. He fired only 11 shots, but he got 7 direct hits on the enemy. None of them penetrated, even the Arty, but he got 13 splashes, 2,698 hit points of damage, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 1, and that turned out to be the enemy M53, M55. He got 405 hit points of damage assist, 1,039 stun assist of 12 stuns. On a premium count, he actually made 112,108 credits profit from that game, including 90,000 for mission completion. And he also took away 2,691 experience points out of that one. But did he manage to win the contest with Angelina? I'm afraid he didn't, no, because Angelina got a first-class bruiser and Confederate, and Talon didn't. There you go. So that's the winning score. So even though Angelina got a lower win 8 than Talon, she managed to get that first class, and that made all the difference. So yes, Angelina, I think, was hitting tier 10s, whereas Talon was hitting tier 9s. And so she was getting 20% extra, well, 10% extra, because she was the tier 9 Arty hitting tier 10 tanks, and that earned her 10% extra. But it made all the difference, the number of tanks that she actually hit during that game. So congratulations to Angelina. You win the contest and the lion for this week. And I'm sure you enjoyed it this morning, because it was this morning. Anyway, that's the end of the contest, and we'll start a new week from Monday. And it's up to Angelina and Talon to send in the replays, and then we'll do the videos for you. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a like, and thank you for watching.